Wouldn't you like to write a story? Don't you wish that you knew how? You could be a famous author. So listen up and find out how.
Hi, my name is Liz Shanks, and I'd like to welcome you to a story time we're calling Listen, Learn, and Grow. We're hoping that it will be a way to introduce your children to some wonderful books, both classic and new authors, the importance of reading in a child's life, and the way books can help their imaginations to grow. Books have been a source of entertainment and imagination long before there was internet, video games, TV, even books themselves. Children use their imaginations as a form of entertainment. Every time a child picks up a book, his imagination goes along for the ride. Books are so very portable. They can take a child anywhere, and that child can take that book anywhere. It's a lifelong learning experience that begins now. That is, books as tools for learning and entertainment. And we're hoping that Listen, Learn, and Grow is going to become a tool that you parents can use as an asset for helping your child to become a lifelong learner and reader. And so do you kids. Let's get started. I can hardly wait. Today we're going to be reading a book called Officer Buckle and Gloria by Peggy Rathman. And you know that most police officers do jobs like directing traffic or fighting crime or issuing speeding tickets. And they usually have partners that help them back up. Well, Officer Buckle has a partner, but it's not a human partner. It's a dog, and the dog's name is Gloria, and that is Gloria, and that is Officer Buckle. And Officer Buckle's job is to go to schools and teach safety tips to children just like you. Some of the safety tips he reads or teaches to children are: wash your hands after you use the toilet. Say no to drugs. Never accept rides from strangers. Obey all traffic signs. Never take other people's medicine. Never play with matches. Never fly kites near power lines. Never play loud music in your headsets. Look both ways before you cross the street. And never give information to strangers over the phone. Stay away from cigarettes. Check how deep the water is before you dive in. Stay away from guns. And never leave a bar of soap where somebody could slip on it. Those are all good rules. Now, it's great to have a partner, but we're wondering, how good a partner is Gloria really going to be to Officer Buckle? And that's what we're going to find out in today's book, Officer Buckle and Gloria. Officer Buckle knew more safety tips than anyone else in Knappville. That's the town where he was the safety officer. Every time he thought of a new one, he thumbtacked it to his bulletin board. Safety tip number 77, never stand on a swivel chair. Officer Buckle shared his safety tips with the students at Knappville School. But unfortunately, nobody listened to Officer Buckle. Sometimes there was snoring. Afterwards, it was business as usual. Mrs. Topple, the principal, took down the welcome banner. Never stand on a swivel chair, said Officer Buckle. But Mrs. Topple, the principal, didn't hear him. Then one day, the Knappville Police Department bought a police dog named Gloria. When it was time for Officer Buckle to give the safety speech at the school, Gloria the dog came along. Children, this is Gloria, announced Officer Buckle. Gloria obeys all of my commands. Gloria, sit. And Gloria sat. Officer Buckle gave safety tip number 1. Always keep your shoelaces tied. The children sat up and stared at what Gloria was doing. Officer Buckle checked to see if Gloria was sitting at attention. She was, but not always. Safety tip number 2, said Officer Buckle, always wipe up spills before someone slips and falls. The children's eyes were looking, and they popped. Officer Buckle checked on Gloria again. Good dog, he said. Officer Buckle thought of a safety tip he had discovered that morning. Never leave a thumbtack where you might accidentally sit on it. The audience roared with laughter. Officer Buckle grinned. He said the rest of the tips with plenty of expression because he thought the children were laughing with him. The children clapped their hands and they cheered, hooray! And some of them laughed until tears come down their face. Officer Buckle was surprised. He had never noticed how funny his tips were before. After this safety speech, there wasn't a single accident. The next day, an enormous envelope arrived at the police station. It was stuffed with thank you letters from the students at Knappville School, and every letter had a drawing of Gloria on it. Officer Buckle thought the drawing showed a lot of imagination. He had never seen Gloria doing any of those things. Dear Officer Buckle and Gloria, thanks for coming to our school. You are nice. Your friend George. And so many others. Officer Buckle was puzzled. His favorite letter was written on a star-shaped piece of paper. It said, "You and Gloria make a good team. Your friend Claire. P.S. I always wear a crash helmet. Safety tip number 7. Officer Buckle was thumbtacking Claire's letter to his bulletin board when the phone started ringing off the hook. Grade schools, high schools, daycare centers were calling about his safety speeches. Officer Buckle, they said, our students want to hear your safety tips, and please bring along that police dog named Gloria. Officer Buckle told his safety tips to 313 schools. Everywhere he went, he and Gloria were a hit. Children sat up and listened. And after every speech, Officer Buckle took Gloria out for ice cream. Officer Buckle loved having a buddy. Then, unfortunately, one day, a television team of newsmen came and videotaped Officer Buckle in the State College auditorium. When he finished safety tip number 99, do not go swimming during electrical storms, the students jumped to their feet and applauded. Bravo! Bravo! They cheered.